Hi guys, it's Rachel here. I'm ready to do my flip throughs of the 3 biggish journals that I've been working on. Welcome to all my new subscribers, and thank you to everybody who has been supporting me and supporting my store. I really do appreciate it. So this is the first, this is the biggest journal. This is for Mary. So it's already ordered. I hope you like it, Mary. And I'll just tell you the size. It's about 10.5 inches by about 13, and it's 1.5 inches deep. Is it? Yeah, 1.5 inches deep. Mary's been waiting for this since before Christmas. I bought this book with my sister at the antique market, and inside it had a collection of sort of periodical magazines that come out. I don't know how often, or they did come out, and it was like a artist series. So it started with Cimabue, who was in the 1200s, and he was one of the first Gothic painters to try to represent a sense of space and perspective in his paintings. He didn't do a very good job, but he was trying to figure it out. They didn't figure it out until Brunelleschi, after 1420, to how to do it properly with a vanishing point. So he was the first, and then there was Duccio, and then Giotto in Tuscany, and then they proceeded to get better and better as time went on through the 1300s to the 1400s. On the cover I've put this beautiful painting. I think it's from 1600s or 1700s, I'm not sure. Some beautiful antique lace, an initial, some washi tape, and a stamped B, and then there's some lace there. There's 3 signatures, and then just a bit of collage on the back. Now I chose this painting because I felt like the colors in the painting worked really well with the beautiful red background. And I also put some scrapbooking paper under it as well. And the printout has been heavily Mod Podged because I used my old inkjet printer, and just to make sure that, you know, just to protect it, because, you know, with the inkjet printer it's sort of, I think the color just sits on the surface. So inside the front cover, I put this image in that Mary specifically asked for. I think I understood correctly. I put this piece of washi tape over there. Someone had scribbled there and I didn't like it, so I just covered it up, and I put a little piece up there just to balance it. And this was in the book. It was the front page. So I couldn't even, it wasn't like a double page. I couldn't have sewn it into the book, so I thought it was the perfect size to do my inside cover. So for that reason, I didn't put any pockets there like I normally do. I put one over here with this collage paper that I have, and I put my seal on, and then I just put in a printable for you to play with. It's just printed on ivory copy paper. And I had to make the signatures with Franken paper, so scrapbooking pieces sewn together, because there was no paper big enough to create them. So you'll see on the other side, that's the other side of the Franken paper. And with my decorative pages that I like to print, I printed them all out on A4, and then I stitched them together with, I made a little hinge with straw paper, so that way I could have them in a larger format. Otherwise, if I had done them, you know, double on A4 like I normally do for the smaller journals, they would have been teeny tiny in this big book. This is just a pocket that I made a while ago from some book pages. I put in this Botticelli for you, Mary, so you can make it into a tag or something, or glue it down somewhere. And then this is an old invoice from the New York Public Library, printed onto tea-dyed paper. So that can be somewhere that you can journal, or you can tear it up and use it in collage or whatever you like. And so in each signature, I included one whole signature from the original book. And as I mentioned to Mary, I'll probably give you, depending on how much the package weighs, I'll probably give you another 1 or 2 signatures from the original book, because I know that you love art. And so Mary also loves art, and she also wanted it to feel a bit European. So I also included some public domain images I found on the New York Public Library of Rome and that sort of thing. So this is Piazza Navona. I made a belly band here with, I and I put in this big tag that I made on an old book page from 1866, and I just collaged it with a few papers, and then the back is very old paper as well, so you can write there, and I put some lace at the top. This is very old music paper, and then just some old European sort of images for you to enjoy, some writing pages. And then here on this printable, this is from Digital Curio. I just stitched on some Tim Holtz paper, and I created a pocket because I thought you can write there, whereas on this one you couldn't write. And this is a tag that I made on some old book page again, and that's one of my printables here and here and here, and some straw paper and just a mix of papers. So I just put that in there like so. And then some more of the original book. The magazine was called Epoca. So this pulls right out. I don't think I'll be able to show it all on screen, but it pulls right out. So I left it as is. And it looks like from these sorts of things, it might have been from the 1950s or 1960s. I could be wrong. That kind of gives me that idea. This is one of my scanned collage pages. This was a children's notebook, and it was for maths, Mathematica. And then this is one of my antique letters that I have that I scanned from 1846. So here I made a tuck with one of the Sarah from the Mushroom Markets, not my sister Sarah from the Mushroom Market little collage thing with papers, and then I just put in this little card here so that you can play with that. And this is one of my hand stitched here. This was all hand stitched, and then I glued it onto the old book page, and I made a flip out for you. So I did put quite a few flip outs in here, but I was fairly limited with what I could do just because of the size of the spine. This is one of the photographs I took of that frescoed faux marble. I really like that. I thought that's a cool place to do writing on and things. And here's, I just stitched in another pocket with this Renaissance portrait, and I put in one of my scanned embroideries. And then a beautiful botanical. This is Ducho. And then here's another pocket stitched in with the Tim Holtz paper. And here you just have a Stamperia journaling tag. And this is the book page that I altered in one of my previous videos. And so that's one of my sister's doilies there, some rice paper and just some different pages collage there. And the flower came from Sue. Thank you from Paper Inspirations. Beautiful old painting from the 1700s. Some gorgeous William Morris washi tape. And that's the end of the first signature. And this is a flip out on the magazine pages that I made the other day. Here I stitched in this big botanical image and put in a little journaling card, but you can put in whatever you like. And that's just collaged again. And then again, another flip out. So I tried to be careful. I made sure if I were to use scrapbooking papers that were only one-sided, I made sure I used them all for that one signature so that you didn't have bits of white and bits of pattern here and there. So you can cover that up yourself. And then I put this in here as well, a nice big flip out. So you've got more space that you can work on. So in this signature, there's Simone Martini and I Lorenzetti, they were brothers. And they were from Siena. And Simone Martini was famous because he painted this amazing fresco of this gentleman here. And then it's called the Buon and Cattivo Governo, so the good and bad government. So he in the one big fresco, he showed what this town, what Siena looked like with the good government and what Siena looked like with the bad government. So it was all poor and that falling apart and that sort of thing. Here I stitched another pocket onto the straw paper, and I do feel like this is somewhere that you could write, so I didn't mind covering up that there. And this is one of the envelopes that I made recently, and these are both from Tracy Fox. Then this is just some scrapbooking paper. I think I want to say it's Digital Curio, but I could be wrong. Could be TLC Creations. I can't remember which of the two. So here's some more Simone Martini. And then this is totally different. This is from the 1700s. So you can see again here. Here we go. This is part of the Good and Bad Government. I think that one. Oh, no, no, I can't remember what. That's one of my collage pages. Just a minute. Let me see. Simone. No, sorry, that's a different one. That was on a Madonna and Child. So here's another. This is one of my collage papers, the original. And I made a pocket there. And I just put this in here for you to. This is from the New York Public Library to play around with. And then another one of my collaged book pages here. And that's one of my labels, and that's just a bird from a book, and that's all napkin there. Oh, there's a lot to talk about in these. I'm getting tired. Okay, that's one of my photographs I took in Venice. I just really enjoyed, I love the colours in that. Some more Simona Martini. There's Virgin Mary. I don't know what Crocifisso. I don't know what you call that in Passion of Christ. That's from TLC Creations, some writing paper. This is this photograph that I took from this amazing bookshop in Venice called Libreria dell'Acqua Alta. I'll write about that when I do my blog post. I still haven't done it. I'm hopeless. Now we're on to the Lorenzetti. Just some paper. That's from Digital Curio. And then another image of the Colosseum. And here is my hand-stitched fabric flip out with some antique lace. And then this is just another invoice or something from the New York Public Library. I love the writing on that. And it's on tea-dyed paper. Oops. My tripod, because the book is so big, my tripod is up on the chair, and it's at great risk of flying across the room and out the window. No, the window's closed. It won't fly out the window, but it could fly across the room. Let's hope not. So that's the end of that signature. Again, here is one of the flip outs that I made the other day with the magazine, and I put one of Sue's beautiful ruffles there. Really precious, those. This is one of the envelopes that I altered a while back, and this is a tag that I made, and then I made some long tags. Now I can't remember who, but somebody suggested that I fold my book pages long ways and make some long tags, so that's what I did. And I covered this with one of my scanned embroideries. I think I only scanned it over the weekend, so it's not in a digital yet. I tried to put in things that weren't in digitals yet. And then this is just from the New York Public Library, and that's in the front pocket because it's a double pocket. So I'll just slide that in there. That's the first page. And here we've got Correggio, Mary, as you asked. So Correggio was from Parma, 2 hours north of here. Another tag that I made here, and I put one of these old book pages in. So it's Leonardo da Vinci, like nice little tuck spot there. Correggio painted beautiful faces. So there's some of his paintings. He was from the 1500s. Really, really beautiful. This is from an old French notebook. This is the Pantheon. This is one of the pockets that I made a while ago. Little tag with some napkin on it. One of the scanned embroidered ones that I printed that I think I showed you in a video, and another one of those. There's plenty to play with in here. This is from Digital Curio. This is from Artie Maze. And then this is a big piece of my collage paper, Mary, and it's a big flip out, just like you asked, so you can have a good time with that. And that's in the center of the signature. One of my scanned doily thingies. This is a photograph of a fresco that I took, a detail. And then here's a little pocket with the scanned stitching that I did. And then this is just another tag that I made. I really like that tag. A lovely botanical image. And then the other side of the notebook, some more Correggio. And then This is from Digital Curio. I use Digital Curio Vera. I love. They're some of my favorite papers. This is one of my altered envelopes here. So you can see that there. And I just put this little tag in. That's with one of my sister Sarah's digitals. That's one of mine. That's some paper that I bought in Florence. So I just slipped that in there. And then I just slipped in this little printout of my my collage sheets that I just put up yesterday. Thank you to everybody who bought those. I hope you enjoy using them. This is gorgeous fresco. I can't remember from where. And then Correggio. And then this is a big pocket. And I filled it with some tags. So I made another long tag here. So that's Vintage Ephemera Garden, and that's Digital Curio. This is a tag that I hand stitched there and then glued it onto the old book page. And then this is the other one, Mary, that you asked for with the seal and the crown. I hope I've remembered everything. So that's the end of the last signature. I didn't paperclip anything in because otherwise it would have been even more bulky. Now in the back, I made this new thing for me. It's similar to something that I've already done that was inspired by Shabby Dabby Doodah. But what I did was I had some pieces of scrapbooking paper. I had quite a lot left over. So I stitched them together and I made this flippy out thing. So what I did was I glued on this antique. This is actually antique string that I bought at the antique market. I'll show you. I got a roll of it. Where is it? Where's it gone? I thought I put it back. I've lost it. What did I do with it? Oh my God, that's just so typical of me. Goodness me, can't find it. Oh well, I can't show you. That's what happens. Oh, I'm sure I put it back over there. Oh well, let's get on with things. We're wasting time. Okay, well that's disappointing, isn't it? Could it be over here under this mess? No. No. Okay, right, moving right along. Anyway, I've got a ball of it, and it's antique string. So anyway, I glued it on the back. I stitched some pieces. I don't know if you can see. I stitched some pieces of 3 pieces of paper together, and I just did a trifold. I can do, if anybody wants me to see me make those on video, we can do one of those. They're fairly simple and fun to make, and I thought it was a nice addition to these very big books because I found all of the ephemera that I had to make a whole lot last night while I was watching Designated Survivor because everything was just too small. They just look so sad in these big books. So what I did was I stitched the pages together. I put on a glassine bag that I'd stamped. I decorated it, and then I put this nice big tag with this lovely embroidery in it. And then inside, I mean, you can do, maybe we could do some variations. Let me know if you'd like to see that kind of video. There's one of my stitch pockets, the little envelope that you asked, not the envelope, the journaling spot that you asked for, Mary. I think that's the right one. Another image of a lady painting. If you would like, you might like to do something with that. And then I just put in some random pages here for note taking or whatever you like. And then it's a double, obviously it's a pocket behind. I love doing these things. It was really fun in these big books because you've got a lot of scope for what you can do, that you're not limited by size. So it's a pocket behind, and I put in this collaged book page that I'd done. I don't remember when I did that one. So they're my printables, and that's my collage paper. So I didn't even have to do anything to it. I just stuck a label on it. That's how good those collage papers are. And then inside I put some napkin and some old book pages, and that's just tucking behind. And on the back I had to collage a bit because obviously it wasn't a 12 by 12, so my scrapbooking paper wasn't big enough. So I quite enjoyed doing the collaging. So that is Mary's journal. Now, Mary, I'm probably going to slide through some linen trim so you can tie it shut, and you can remove it because I'll slide it through the stitching. So I hope you like it. I love it. I'll be sad to see it go. It was quite a job making that one. I will be back in a minute with another flip through. So thank you for watching, and I hope everybody is well and having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.